Serious Scotch Gals here, Jen and Tara at the Rhino Bar in Missoula, Montana. And today we're tasting the Oban 14. It's a Highland whiskey and it's 43% ABV.
So the town of Oban popped up around the distillery.
I love when that happens.
Yeah, right? It's a whiskey-based town. Also, it's one of the smallest distilleries in Scotland with only 2 stills. However, it's become popular recently. And we kind of suspect it's because it was featured in Call of Duty 3. Love that product placement.
Right?
Yeah.
Product placement. The protagonist in the video game, Call of Duty is a video game. But the protagonist in the video game, or one of the main ones, one of his special feature items, I guess, is a bottle of Oban. I kind of think that's amazing.
It's just really smart marketing.
No kidding. Wheat? Color doesn't really mean anything other than what barrel it was aged in, so. Currants? Hay? Custard? Stop looking at me like that.
I'm sorry. I'm getting ripe citrus and chocolate.
Raisins.
Okay, I can smell the hay.
Citrus.
I can smell the raisins. Yeah, citrus.
I've got no citrus. I've got custard.
Ripe citrus,
like raisins.
ripe citrus. Okay, whatever.
You're being mean today.
I don't mean to be mean.
I've got citrus on the palate. I've got raisins.
I've got spice and chocolate.
Interesting. I have like dried fruit sweet. I'll give you bittersweet chocolate.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah. That's velvety.
Yeah, it's really silky. It's got like a spicy Novocaine numbing quality to it.
Yeah. I almost feel like, how do you say that the spice is rolling down your throat like velvet? Like that?
Like that.
Okay.
Dried blueberries?
I don't say sweet. It's comforting sweet though.
Yeah.
It's a really comforting sweetness.
It's really spicy, like very, very spicy in the throat. But there's this dried fruit sweet that's like all through it as well.
I'm getting the spice. I can, yeah, the breath coming out of it is just kind of like dried fruit.
Do you have the deck cards by chance?
Thanks for tasting with us, Serious Scotch Gals. Remember, this single malt and many other are available down at the Rhino Bar in Missoula, Montana.
Yishkabaha!
Serious.
The only thing, the last time I was there, the only ones that they had with were big, like Harley Davidson.
Hi all, Serious Scotch Gals here again at the Rhino Bar in Missoula, Montana. Today we are tasting the Ben Riach 1995. Now Ben Riach is a Speyside and this particular expression is 52.3% ABV.
So, Ben Riach, the distillery, opened at like the height of the whiskey craze in the late 1800s. Produced for about 6 years and then was mothballed for 62. It's been consistently producing single malts again since 2004, quite successfully, after being bought by 3 individuals.
Cool!
And backed by a South African company.
Sweet! Well, that is a very intense color.
Burnt oranges?
I would say burnt orange. It looks very much like a particular color on my mother's
Color wheel.
Yeah.
Could we find it in a Crayola?
Yes,
I think so.
I do believe so.
Whoa! Smoke!
Smoking leather.
Yes. But there's some caramel under there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And maybe a little bit of Christmas fruit cake.
Yes. I'm still just getting. This leather is sitting over a smoky fire. It's a saddle. Saddlebag sitting over. Someone put it too close to the fire. All right. Not my memory, but one that's well ingrained in me, being from Western United States.
Right. Blueberries.
Leather
Blueberries.
and berry. Yeah,
Like I got
blueberry.
blueberry, smoke, and spice around the edges.
Yeah, that sweet was definitely blueberry.
It's pretty cool.
So this single malt came from Scotland, right? It wasn't made somewhere in like Utah or Arizona or New Mexico.
No, and it's a space side as well.
Huh.
It's real smoky.
Because this tastes like the West.
And you from the deck card by chance?
The West.
I haven't spent much time in the southern West, which I think is what you're talking about.
I'm talking about cowboys, leather,
Yeah.
smoke, and
I mean,
ripe
Montana's
berries.
got all that as well. But
But this is a little bit drier.
yeah, it'd need to be huckleberries for Montana.
Yeah.
Yep, leather,
Yep.
salt, and some crazy blueberries.
Another deck.
But I'm getting
I am
bit of
gonna say-
almonds.
Ooh, nice.
A little bit of almonds. This is flat out my granddad.
I'm gonna say though that it's more commercial blueberries from a grocery store, not like fresh blueberries.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's nice.
I'll say it at the end, but I'm pretty sure I know exactly.
I wait with bated breath.
Oh, no, it was no good.
That's my granddad. That's my granddad. That's my granddad.
Awesome. Once again, memories, not just alcohol. Yeah, no, spicy
I don't know about that one.
almonds, I agree. Berries.
There are four
smoke.
men in the world. At the top of that list is my granddad.
Yeah.
And this tastes.
Well, to whiskey.
To whiskey. Thank you, whiskey. Well, thanks for tasting with us today. Remember, this single malt and many others can be tasted here at the Random Bar in Missoula, Montana.
To whiskey.
To whiskey.
Serious Scotch Gals here at the Rhino Bar in Missoula, Montana. Today we are tasting the Macallan 18. It's 43% alcohol by volume and it's a space side.
Oh! They have been, the area where the Macallan Distillery has been producing some form of whiskey for a very long time.
Was it illegal before?
It was very illegal. And the reason is because they had the perfect smuggling area. Why? Well, it's in this cove. So that they can hide in there and then sneak out and open here.
So maybe that's the Macallan might be the real McCoy whiskey, the whiskey that showed up, and the reason it was called the real McCoy was because McCoy smuggled all of the whiskeys in during Prohibition, and it was only ones that came from McCoy that people would say was the real McCoy and wasn't just bootleg crappy moonshine.
Possibly, but actually, it's here that we'll get into.
I love origins.
I know. Oh my.
That's beautiful.
Yeah,
Dark wood. Walnut?
yeah, it's got this kind of greenish tinge around the edge.
Yeah.
I would say, yeah,
Walnut, amber with green.
I would say walnut. That's kind of a green one.
Yeah.
Like freshly cut walnut.
Caramel.
Oh God. Yes.
Earthy. There's something earthy there.
Yeah, but it's really fresh and like pure earthy.
Okay.
Like okay. So you dig a little hole in the deep woods, and it's
Yeah.
it's old and but fresh,
Yeah.
clean.
There's a little brine there.
A touch.
And there's a spice of some sort that like kind of comes up into the sinuses.
I'm still reveling
On
in the
dirty wood.
the dirt.
Yeah, it's like deep wood caramel. Wood,
It's gentle though.
leather.
God, that leather, yeah. That leather really, like you get the wood and then the leather just spreads through the mouth.
Really sweet. And it coats like heavy cream.
Yeah, it definitely coats. It's like the leather is a heavy cream.
There you go. Then it clears kind of quickly, like all the flavors.
Yeah.
Like I can still feel, like there's still that feel, but the flavors all clear pretty quick.
Yeah. Spice wood. A bit of caramel.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean there's an obvious sweetness to it that you could almost taste it and not talk about because it's so obvious.
It's obvious.
That you're trying to pull out
But
all of the other
others?
flavors.
But yeah, it's almost a little bit of charred wood.
I can agree with that.
I'm getting more perfume on that one. It's like wood perfume.
I've got like spice on top of woody leather. And then
I almost feel like it's not a floral perfume, but it's a wood leather perfume. Oh my God, I want that.
I would buy that, yeah.
Oh no,
Little licorice.
you know what?
Little licorice. Crazy spicy finish.
Crazy. Yeah. It is. I'd like to say it's the rock climbers. It's not. It's a blanket of spice. It's going.
Yeah,
down
it's
the throat.
really well. It's like trickling. It like
Yeah. Yeah. Like a burn. Like a Well, thanks for tasting with us today. Remember, this and many other scotches can be found down at the Rhino Bar in Missoula, Montana.
Ishkabaha.
Usually when I take them, when I take big risks, it's about 12:30. No, it's like about. That makes me a little more
Serious Scotch Gals. We are here at the Rhino Bar in Missoula, Montana. Today we're trying the Lefroy cask strength. It's a 10-year-old, but because it's a cask strength, it's much higher percent alcohol. This one is 55.3% alcohol.
That's 110 proof. Like that's some
serious whiskey.
that's some serious drunk.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, it's an island.
Bessie Williamson became manager in 1954 when her boss, Ian Hunter, she had been his secretary. When he died, he left it all to her because when he used to travel, he would leave her in charge, and I guess she did a pretty awesome job. So, but what's awesome about that is, well, there have been notable women through history, women managers and distilleries. For modern times, she was the first. So
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, actually.
yeah, I think more women should be.
Oh, definitely.
should be in there, considering 15% of women are super tasters and only like 5% of men are.
Yeah.
She said that.
Gold.
Yep. That is gold.
That is gold.
You could wear it around your neck. Brine, smoke. There's light pierced.
Yes, the peat. I would say
Say it.
a
Say it.
peaty rose.
A peaty rose. That's what I want. I don't like how roses smell, but I'll take them.
A peaty rose.
Vanilla. Wow, actually a lot of vanilla.
Oh, totally.
You're really excited about that vanilla.
Yeah. Well, I'm getting it. Like the first smell was definitely a peaty
Your
rose.
Isla, your
Yeah.
brine, smoke,
The
peat,
second sniff?
rose, yeah.
Vanilla just shoved its way up my nose and in my mouth.
It fills your nose with like perfume and custard.
Yeah. I'm still getting the rose, but now it's like it's like an iodine rose.
Like a medicinal rose.
Yeah.
I like that face. Do it again.
I don't
Sweet medicinal iodine
iodine,
rubber.
sweet. It's almost like metal almonds.
Yeah, there is that underlying nut
Yeah.
with the iodine and rubber and medicinal metal. Yeah. Spiced medicinal metal.
Sweet spice metal.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, there's definitely sweetness. Like it's
Yeah.
really. There's so many diverse flavors there.
Yeah, it's just
Little loaf cake.
I'm getting a little bit of Band-Aid.
Yeah. Yeah. It's delicious. Thanks for tasting with us, Serious Scotch Gals. Remember, this single malt and many others are available down at the Rhino Bar in Missoula, Montana. Ishkabaha. Seriously. Serious Scotch Gals here, Jen and Tara at the Rhino Bar in Missoula, Montana. And today we are tasting the Bunnahabhain 12. Yes, that is a long name. Bunnahabhain, pretty simple. It is an Isla whiskey and it's 46.3% alcohol by volume.
It is Isla's most remote and northernly distillery. It also is, it's fairly mild it is the most mild of the Islas.
Meaning
And-
it just doesn't use a lot of peat in their process.
Yes, they don't put peat.
They do like this much.
But it was originally for blended scotches. First time it was bottled for single malt was in the 70s.
Cool. Yeah. Orangey, amber, very pretty color.
Holy coconut, Batman!
It's like a coconut covered caramel glazed donut with a hint of peat.
I think this is it's more industrial to me.
I've got like sweet coconut
Coconut
and caramel. There's a little bitter. I can smell a little bit of the industry that you're talking about, but it's like barely.
Yeah, it's not huge. You know, I'm getting a little bit of perfume, but
Shut that out.
not the type of perfumes I've been talking about lately. It's more of a, I don't know, it's different. Like a spiced perfume.
Interesting. Spicy leather.
Spicy leather. That's it.
Sweet and bitter around the edges.
I'm finding it down here, the bitter, so I'm gonna call it the bitter end.
In the best way possible.
Yes.
Leathered caramel.
Leather.
Salt. And
Yeah.
blackberry? There's a berry. I want to say blackberry.
I would get behind that because it's definitely not as sweet,
Yeah.
but there's
It's almost maybe like a little bit underripe blackberry. So it's like
yeah,
right
so
out,
it's
like
not-
when you pick it and it's not quite ripe, so there's that bitter that goes along with the sweet.
totally get down with that.
I'm gonna say we kind of nailed it. in the last
Yeah.
two tastes.
Yeah. It's spice, leather, berry.
Bitter berry and salt.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a very, 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 very tiny bit of peat, but I think that's the bitter.
Yeah.
Finish,
Yeah.
sweet leather.
Yeah.
Fish kebab. Thanks for tasting with us, Serious Scotch Gals. Remember, this lovely single malt and many others are available down at the Rhino Bar in Missoula, Montana.
Ishkabaha.
Seriously.
That's so weird.
Down like 3 of those.
Hey all, Serious Scotch Gals here. Today we're tasting the Ardbeg 10. It is an Isla and 46% alcohol by volume.
So, Ardbeg has come up with a promotion type thing, and it's called Ardbeg Day. It's June 2nd, and we will be having a celebration of some sort.
We'll figure it out. I'm pretty sure it should involve a campfire.
Yes, absolutely has to have a campfire. But we're gonna have a celebration in honor of Ardbeg Day.
This is Ardbeg's special little glass. It has a lid. Wow, it's really light.
That's just
Yeah. It's like, yeah, I think once you described like winter sunlight, that kind of
yeah.
reminds me of that as well. I mean, the peat and smoke that normally comes along with an Ardbeg.
There's a little bit more iodine. I'm actually
Yeah.
pulling out. There's some floral.
I smell plumerias. I had a plumeria tree in my backyard growing up, and that's what it
So
smells like.
sweet with like
They're very, very sweet, very floral, very perfumey.
Okay.
But pleasant, quite pleasant. Just perfume. And a salt lick. Salt. Ardbeg glass.
Ardbeg glass.
You're doing it too.
Try not to.
What, oil?
Mm-hmm. Salt oil.
Okay. Bitter.
Bitter oil. 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 It's just
Oil.
yeah. You know what this smoke.
Oh yeah, smoke, peat, you know. It's our thing.
It's Ardbeg. This one has oil.
Saltwater, oil, latex?
Beefy saltwater.
Beefy Yeah. Yeah. Like beef jerky was put in my salt water. And some latex. Felt in a latex. Balloon.
Okay, that's just weird.
Sand, like that salt, sand. This is actually kind of funny. This one has a lot of tastes from my home, kind of like a party on the beach. It's got
Where's
that
your home again?
Hawaii. I grew up in Hawaii, and it's got that like campfire, like when we had big parties on the beach, like campfire, sand, salt water. I'm sure there was latex somewhere. But like, and even the nose had like that plumeria in it. It's kind of interesting. It's really cool. The salt. Yeah.
I like this glass. This glass is really good for art.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it
Yes,
does.
it's
It
the
is
Art Bay.
made by Art Bay, so
Art.
yeah. To whiskey.
Thanks for tasting with us today. Remember, this single malt and many others can be found at the Rhino Bar in Missoula, Montana.
To whiskey.
Yeah, totally. I've only heard of a couple, but
Here with the Serious Scotch Gals again at the Rhino Bar in Missoula, Montana. Tara and Jen. Today we're trying the Oban 1993 Distillers Reserve. Yes, and this one is a Highland, and it's 43% ABV.
So we've said it before, but the town propped up around the distillery because settlers showed up, and it's the Little Bay of Caves, and the distilling cave was one of the caves that existed, and so as people settled, there was the distilling cave, and then the town propped up above it or around it, kind of above it. There's some serious cliffs that go on. It's pretty cool. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Amber. Holy citrus! It's really caramelly. I'm getting citrus.
Raspberries.
It's really earthy. Raspberries. I don't have raspberries. I've got like caramel and earth.
Okay. I'm smelling a grassiness too.
Yeah? Yeah. I can say it's earthy grassy, which you always say is heather.
Yeah.
I've never smelled heather, but now whenever I smell earthy grassy, I assume heather. Yeah, citrus. It's like creme brulee, where you're eating it, but you haven't bruleed the sugar. It's just sugar on the creme brulee.
Here's that heather taste.
I was gonna say grassy hay, so heather. We need to go find some heather.
Yeah, we do.
I've got like smoked cheese, but very, very, very mild smoke.
Yeah, okay. It's sweet. It's sweet.
It's really sweet. Oh, but on this last taste, the brulee is now brulee. It's now burnt sugar, a little bitter,
A little chili. Hay and a little bit of leather.
interesting. I got bitter. I can see it's like mild, possible leather flavor. I'm not quite too leather. I've got bitter. It's really spicy.
I feel like yeah.
The finish is spicy sweet.
Yeah, spicy sweet. The spice around the edge, the sweet in the middle.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like a little tube of spice. There's something in the center that's really sweet.
Yes.
Ish kebab.
Thanks for tasting with us today. Remember, this single malt and many others are available at the Rhino Bar in Missoula, Montana. Shish kebab!
Seriously.
well, you know how they'll have that passenger sometimes in town,
Serious Scotch Gals here, and today we are tasting the Highland Park 12, which is not a Highland, though the name would suggest it is. It's actually an Orkney Island single malt, and it's 40% alcohol by volume.
Huh. Well, so we've talked about a Highland Park before, and we've mentioned the illicit booze-slinging preacher Mungus Ensign.
He's the one who hid everything in the pulpit.
Well, apparently he got busted. He got arrested by the exciseman John Robertson.
So not the most brilliant plan like we thought.
It worked for a while. The funny thing is that the man who arrested him wound up taking over the distillery after a while.
Ah, but once it was legal to have a distillery?
I do believe so, yes.
All right.
Because he's a law-abiding citizen.
Well, can you do that Scottish style?
Not
from
at
Texas.
all. No. That is a really gorgeous color.
It really, really is. I would say that is caramel?
Yeah. Oaky caramel.
Yeah, oaky caramel. That sounds good.
Ooh, berry.
Rind, caramel. Yes?
Caramel
Strawberry? I'm gonna say it's strawberry.
Yes.
Yeah. My kids just ate a whole pound of them, so I'm pretty used to this stuff. And maybe something a little burnt around the edges for how sweet it is on the forefront, sweet and salty on the forefront, which is my second favorite. Salted caramel. Yeah. Sorry.
The salted caramel. Rubber edges.
Yeah. It's salty, like just salty. It's kind of cool. I really like Highland Park.
I do too.
I love how salty Highland Park always is. Like it just.
It's salty with peat, and then also has.
It reminds me of the Oregon coast.
I could see that.
Yeah.
I haven't spent much time here, but the landscape of the Oregon coast
It's probably similar to Orkney.
probably similar. Yeah. Oh, yep.
A little light spice on the tongue.
Light spice, char and throat. I'm getting char.
Yeah. It's like a bonfire on the beach.
Is that what this
The day after. Not like the initial bonfire where it's just smoke, but like the day after when you've got the remnants of it there. You wake up in the morning after camping.
and it's
you can
a
still-
light smell.
With the breeze that comes off the ocean. And then with some custard.
So you're eating custard for breakfast, and the light breeze is blowing over
While
the
camping.
used campfire. Cool.
Yeah.
I dig it.
Ridiculously salty sweet. I love it. There's a tiny hint of citrus in there.
There's some rose too. I mean, everything you've said before,
Yeah.
but now rose is coming through, and
Oh, wonderful.
so
And it's got that sweet finish with a little bit of rubber.
and the rose like that.
Yeah. You want this?
I do want to kiss you. Well,
To whiskey.
too whiskey.
Thanks for tasting with us, Serious Scotch Gals. Remember, this single malt and many others are available down at the Rhino Bar in Missoula, Montana.
Totes.